the Chairman's Senate Committee on Police Affairs, who is here to present the report of the Committee on Police Affairs in respect of 2021 appropriation process. Mr. Chairman, you may proceed to present your report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, the Vice Chairman, distinguished senators. I'm Senator Halliru Dauda Jika, representing Bauchi Central Senatorial District, chairing the Committee on Police Affairs of the 9th Senate. Mr. Chairman, before I proceed, I want us to all remember that police is your friend. Mr. Chairman, distinguished senators, let me humbly present you the harmonized report of the Senate and the House Committee on Police Affairs on the 2021 Appropriation Bill. At the joint session of the National Assembly on Thursday, 8 October 2020, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, JCFR, presented the 2021 budget proposal of 13,082,420,568, 233,000 naira only. The overall thrust of the 2020 appropriation bill is designed to further deliver on the goals of the economic sustainability plan. This plan provides a clear roadmap.
Mr. Chairman, we have read your report. Just go to the highlights.
Okay.
Because of
the highlight of the budget is, let me start with the Ministry of Police Affairs. They have a total personnel of 2.3 billion, total overhead of 499 million, total recurrent of 2.8 billion, and total capital of 884 million. That brings to the total of 3.7 billion for the Ministry of Police Affairs. Then Police Service Commission. Personnel 655 million, overhead 211 million, recurrent 866 million, capital 266 million. That brings to the total of 1.1 billion for Police Service Commission. Police Formation and Command. Personnel 417 billion, overhead 18 billion, only 18 billion. Total recurrent 435 billion, and capital is 11.9 billion. That brings to 447 billion 600. Police class is the Police Academy we do. Total personnel of 1 billion, overhead 1.8 billion, recurrent 2.8 billion, capital 600 million. That brings a total of 3.5 billion. Mr. Chairman, based on the request by the Appropriation Committee, the Joint Committee retained the recurrent expenditure of the said organizations. However, some minor adjustment of the 5% in the capital expenditure were effected, but within the total allocation to the sector. Considering the current security situation in the country and additional challenges brought by the NSAS protests, which was eventually hijacked by...
Conclusion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, in conclusion, Mr. Chairman, let me say this. In 2016, when I was in the House of Reps, we went for an oversight. What we found out that goes to the police divisions in this country is barely 35,000 naira as their running cost and as upkeep. That is what goes to the divisions in this country. So when you subdivide what we have currently in the overhead, cannot even fuel the patrol vehicles. So I'm urging on this committee to see how, or to find ways or means of adding to the overhead of the police formations. Because if we're serious about insecurity in this country, as I'm talking to you, police do not even have an operation account. Everything about the police is under lock and key in the Accountant General Office. Accountant General Office controls the finances of the Nigerian police. So they are constrained. There's a limit to what they can do. So, Mr. Chairman, this is my submission. Please, I want this committee to see possible means or ways of increasing the overhead of the Nigerian police.
Police have done very well.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. In view of the situation we are in the country, I'm sure every senator is willing to extend, everyone is willing to make sure that the police is well positioned to perform its constitutional role. This committee will always make sure that you receive the necessary funding you need to make the police work at its best. So I don't think there's any question because of time. We'll look at your request and make sure, despite the fact that the resources are not available, we'll try to muster the necessary funds to extend this committee's assistance or help in making sure that you receive the necessary funding you requested for. So we thank you very much. While we look forward for having a reform police that will be able to make sure that we are all secured in this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, before you close, I have a comment to make. Chairman, Police Committee, I agree with you that the fund allocated to the police force